Kevin Sidebottom here, author, speaker, and trainer, and I go around and teach sales organizations and leadership teams how to grow trust and influence with their customers to generate higher profits and more revenues. Today, let's talk about why you need a sales process. Why is it important? Well, let's talk about why we need a sales process. We need something that is going to be second nature to us. That's right. Now, I know all these salespeople hate the idea of a process. They like to just go out there like gunslingers and wing it, but unfortunately we can't do that. Now you can have your own language twist to the same process, but unless your whole sales organization and teams are following that process with a common language, you're not going to be successful. So we need to have a sales process, because if we don't, we're not answering the 5 buying decisions that our customers have in the right order. What happens when we don't answer them in the right order or don't answer them at all? Well, we turn into a commodity. And the only differentiating factor for a commodity is price. So we need to make sure we're constantly showing up and doing the right thing in the right order. Now, when you think about a process, most people go, great, something else to learn and step-by-step process. I hate those things. Well, every morning you have a process that's ingrained. When you have a process that's ingrained, it's second nature. You're faster at it. That's right. You show up and your speed goes up. When speed goes up, costs go down. So we need to make sure that we're following a process. I mean, everything from professional athletes to Navy SEALs use a process to make sure that they're successful. They actually go through the process, they actually come back and review it and go, where could I have made a better choice, or how could we have avoided this obstacle so we can move faster? By constantly going through a process, you're going to be successful. Again, you got to answer those 5 buying decisions, because if we don't, well, we're on our way to losing margin. And I've worked in multi-million-dollar deals down all the way to like the $1,000 deals. And if you're going to make a sale, you got to make sure you're following a process. And in that process, you got to answer 3 questions. That's right. Do I like you? Do I trust you? And how can you help me? Because if we don't, they're not going to know, like, and trust us. And they're going to go down to the competitor selling a similar product or service and buy it from them. That's right. Because if people don't like us, they're not buying from us. When's the last time you bought from somebody that you could not stand? When's the last time you spent time with somebody you could not stand and said, wow, that was enjoyable, and actually, wanted to do it again? That's right. Our customers are the same way. If they don't like, know, and trust us, they're not buying from us. So how are we setting up our sales process to answer that first buying decision, which is us? We are the first buying decision that every customer has. Our salespeople, us, our customers, they want to know they can trust us and that we're likable. So there's some keys that we need to make sure we address in that process. What does that look like? Well, that looks like showing up in the right kind of clothing that builds trust, showing in the right atmospheres, and working with people and adding value and being, consistently trying to be intentional about learning about people. Because if we don't understand what their issues are and the ramifications and their situation, we're not going to be able to hit the mark with our solution. And maybe our solution doesn't actually answer their needs. Well, wouldn't that be nice to know, so you can move on and you don't work through the sales process or try to make the sale and it goes on for months and months and months, ultimately to find out that it's not going to help them and you wasted your time. Especially if you're in commission, you don't want to do that. So follow the process. Now, if you don't have a process, I'd be glad to help you with that and create your own process. I've got mine that you can put together and use for your product and service. It's pretty easy, but I'd be glad to help you guys figure out what works for you. But we need to be intentional, because if we're intentionally and following a process and we're giving stuff away and helping people, the information-wise, we're going to receive sales. And that's right, with higher margins. And we're not the race to the bottom, because there's only one Walmart out there. We don't need to be a second, okay? So if you want to be successful in sales, answer the 5 buying decisions. Start with us as being the first buying decision, and move through it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you like this video and was helpful, hit like, share, subscribe. Be glad to help you. All right? We'll see you next time.